number 30, Watson. At the shooting guard position, number 14, Johnson. The other guard, number 13, Devontae Johnson. Starting at the other forward position, number 20. Number 20. The man in the middle. Number 42. Blue.
And welcome to the SGBA Week 24 matchup. We have the number 12 Texas Longhorns and the number 7 Syracuse Orange. I'll be your host, the president. Here solo today as the Longhorns take the court. We have Young Jr., O'Brien, Reed, Jackson, and Gally Blind. For the Orange, we got Johnson and Johnson in the back court with Chisholm, Watson, and Lou to even up the lineups. And as we go down for the tip, this should be a good game today. Syracuse has been having a great season, and so has Texas, and this is a great matchup. And the Longhorns win the tip. To the front of the floor. Surveys the defense. Swings it around. Almost out of bounds. But the big man makes a move. Turns around. And he couldn't get it to go. As the Orange move up and down the floor pretty quickly to start this first quarter. Looking to see what they can get on offense. As he puts up the long jumper and it's off. And Texas moving quickly down the floor. Down to the paint. The big man with the move, the drop step, and he breaks the ice. 2-0. The Texas Longhorns, the first one on the board. As the Orange see if they can answer the bell. And they're going to have to show up big tonight at home. This is a big game, and they really need that victory. Swinging around the floor, looking for the open shot. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Rushes the shot. He's off the glass, and Texas headed the other way. Big man dribbling up the floor. Finally passes it off. Looking for some offense. Shooter pops out. And you know in this SGBA league, if you leave them open, bang, bang, bang. Longhorns in control, 5-0. Orange looking for some offense, and they get it right there as the big man with the fadeaway to put the Orange on the board. 5-2, early first. Texas looking for some offense. A lot of movement on offense early for Texas, looking for a good basket. They got 2 on the inside of the paint already. 2 good looks, and let's see if they can get another one. Off the pick and roll, pulls up for the long 3. He's off the back of the iron. Syracuse moving from right to left, looking for some offense. Down by 3 early in the first. Big man to the paint. Oh, what a block. And good defense always leads to good offense as Texas is on the run. Ball's swinging out. Up top. Reset. Off the screen, shot clock running down. A tough shot, and he gets that one to go. O'Brien with the tough shot. He was able to keep his body under control and get a good look at the rim, and he puts that one down, and Texas is in control early, 7-2. About 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Syracuse looking for some offense. They get an opportunity long from 3, and you know if they put it up and they're open, they're going to hit. Syracuse on the board with their first long ball, and it's 7-5. Texas with the early lead. Driving towards the rim, pulls up, hits the jumper from the corner. Longhorns been shooting 6 or 7% from the field this year, And they're off to a good start early in this one. Orange swinging it around for the mid-range jumper. He's off the iron. Texas running. Big man in the paint. Couple of pump fakes, and he puts it in for the 2. Max Jackson with the pump fake in the finish. What a good move by the big man in the paint. Well, not exactly the big man, but big man in the paint. Syracuse looking for an answer. They try to alley-hoop, and he comes up short. And that leads to Texas in transition from the corner. He looks for 3, and he ends up passing it out, and they'll reset it on offense. Shot clock winding down, 10 seconds. Looking for some offense. Big man's down, swings it back around. 3 seconds left on the clock. Texas looking for an opportunity. He puts it up, and he puts it in. And O'Brien, once again, to answer the bell. Texas up 13-5. Orange looking for some offense. They need a basket. Down to the big man in the paint. Little traditional offense as he swings it back around. 6 on the shot clock. Still looking for a shot. They're going to get forced into a bad one as he chucks it up from 3, and he comes up short. Texas playing some great defense to force Syracuse into a bad shot. And they're back on offense as they swing it around. Texas got a lot of movement. Big man backdoor, off glass basket. And it doesn't get more textbook than that. The big man came off the screen. They found him backdoor and put it in for 2. And Texas in a commanding 15-5 lead early in the first. Syracuse looking for some offense, and they can't find it from 3 there, but Texas continuing to find the offense with O'Brien on the way to the rim, and he puts it in for 2, and what a find. And that'll cause the Orange to stop the clock. They need to find some offense, and they need to find it fast, and that's why they stopped it so their coach can talk about it. Derek Watson, for the last 30 days, he's been tearing it up, but guess what? They need his offense right now. Syracuse inbounding the ball, down 17-5. Nice open jumper from the wing, rims in and out. Texas on the move, moving from left to right. Shooter in the corner, passes it out. Big man, top of the circle. Texas moving, looking, probing. O'Brien dribbling, trying to find a seam or something. He puts it up from 3, and that one was short. He was looking for the foul on that one, but that was pretty clean, and it leads to Syracuse on the break in the big dunk from Watson. And we were just talking about his offense and how they needed it, and he answers the call right there with the big dunk. And they needed that basket. Syracuse reeling from behind, 17-7. Texas on the move. O'Brien to the hoop. He comes up short, and Syracuse moving from right to left, looking for some quick offense, trying to get back into this game. A little bit over a minute and a half left in the first half. Syracuse with the open jumper, and he knocks it down. 2 baskets in a row for the Orange, and they look like they're trying to get back into this game. Texas at the top of the key, looking for some offense, rocking the 17-9 lead, looking to add more. O'Brien on the wing, looking for a seam, and you know he's headed towards the rim, but the big block by the Syracuse Orange, and good defense always leads to good offense as he pulls up and knocks the jumper in. And the big man decided to stop at the foul line and knock that down instead of taking it towards the rim. It really doesn't matter because a two points is 2 points. Syracuse trying to get back into this game, but they need to find some defense because Texas and O'Brien, they seem to continue to find the rim on that backdoor cut for the 2. Texas 19-11. Orange with the ball. Under a minute left in the first quarter. Moving the ball. Finding the open man, and he hits it for the 2. And that was a strong basket leading into the end of the first quarter as the Orange is finding their way back into this game. A couple of defensive stops and a couple of easy baskets on the offensive end, and this looks like a new basketball game. Texas into the paint with the big man, and he does what big men do. Puts it on the floor and goes up for 2. Syracuse with the ball, looking for some offense. And they find it with the step back jumper from the big man, and he's been showing off his range in this first quarter. He's got Syracuse back in the game, but Texas is still in control, 21-15 as they're looking for that final shot. O'Brien with the shot clock and the game clock running down. He passes it out to the shooter in the wing, and he's off, and that's how we'll end this first quarter. Texas is in control, 21 points strong in the first quarter from the Texas Longhorns, and 15 points for the Syracuse Orange, but they're finding their way back into this, and they're willing to fight for it. The Orange open up the second quarter on the move, swinging the ball around, looking for some offense. They drop it down into the big man. Big man backdoor. He takes a little hesitation and he gives him room to block the shot. What a recovery for the Texas defense. And like we always say, good defense leads to good offense, and they put it on display every time. The turnover on the defensive end leads to the cutter to the rim on the offensive end, and what a beautiful play for 2. Syracuse. Let's see what they're going to do with it. Shot clock running down, 7, 6. Puts it off the glass, and he's in for the 2. And the Orange really needed that basket to help their comeback efforts as they continue to fight and claw back into this game. But Texas on offense, moving around, and they've been moving the ball really good on offense. They've been finding the open player. They've been beating people off the dribble, and just like that, we create highlights after highlights on the offensive end for these Texas Longhorns. And that was one. That was a huge slam. (25-17). Texas up, but Orange looking into the paint for 2, and their big man answers. And I tell you what, Syracuse is not going away without a fight. They're going to fight their way back into this game, and I can see it coming in this second quarter. But Texas continues to get good looks at the rim. Young Jr. with that cut towards the rim, and he puts that floater up at the top of the key, and that one's in. Orange down by a lot. Chucks up the 3. They come off short, but it leads to the Texas in transition. Longhorn swinging it down to the paint, and this big man has been making moves, and he continues to do that. And he has that move going, and it's been working for him all first half. Syracuse with the turnover. Once again, Texas has been playing some really strong defense. They've been in the passing lanes. They've been protecting the 10, and they're looking for more on offense. The great block, followed by another great block off the recovery, and the Syracuse Oranges on the run. Let's see if they can turn good defense into good offense. Big man in the paint with the ball. The dribble step, the move, off the glass with the foul. What a play from the Syracuse Orange. That series right there from defense to offense got this crowd on its feet, and they're back into this game. The Texas Longhorns are looking to answer. O'Brien dishes it. He puts up the shot from the foul line and it doesn't connect. Syracuse on the run. Couple of good possessions in a row. They're feeling like they're back into this game. 29-22 Texas, but Syracuse on the backdoor cut. And the big man Lou with the flush. And it looks like Syracuse is all the way back in this game now. 29-24. Texas is looking for a basket. Down to O'Brien on the post. The step back jumper, he's off. Syracuse on the run. Looking to turn good defense into offense. And the block of the dunk. Did he just block that dunk? Yeah, he just blocked that dunk. And it leads to the Texas Longhorns on the run. Looking for an offensive possession that they can count on. O'Brien in the corner. He's their guy. Little hezzy. And he's blocked again. And I guess he's contributing to the block party because they've been rejecting all of his shots. And it's turning into some good offense for Syracuse as they continue to cut this lead in half. They're down by 3. 3.5 left in the second quarter. Texas hasn't scored a basket in a while, and they need one really, really bad now. O'Brien at the top of the key, looking to come off the screen. 9 on the shot clock, forcing it towards the rim. Hesitation, basket. And that's exactly what the Longhorns needed. O'Brien with the basket. And Texas continues to maintain this lead. Alley-oop to the big man in transition. And Gally blind with the finish. And I believe he could have dunked that too. But the position that he was in, the layup was good enough. Orange at the top of the key. Trying not to let this lead get away from him. 10 on the shot clock, looking for a good shot. The fadeaway jumper is off. Leads to Texas in transition. They're looking for something. At the top of the key. That guy is O'Brien. He's been very active in his first half. Big man setting the screen. Shooter comes off. He's a little deep. 6 on the shot clock. Down to the big man in the paint. He turns around. He puts up the jumper, but he comes up a little short. Leads to the Orange moving from right to left, looking for some offense. Down 33-26. 9 on the shot clock. Nice pass down in the paint. Big man step back jumper, and it's good. And that put the Orange back on the board and back in this game. And let's see what Texas has for the answer. On offense, swinging it around. Shooter open, top of the key, and you know what it is. O'Brien at the top of the key. Bang, bang, bang. Texas with the strong lead, 36-28. And let's see what Syracuse can do to answer that big play right there. Studying, looking for offense, movement, driving towards the lane, and what a layup by Johnson. He was able to keep his body composed, and I thought he picked up the foul, but the ref won't give it to him, but he puts in the 2, and the Syracuse Orange are back into that lead, 36-30, a little over a minute left in the first half. Texas on the move. With the ball, off the glass, basket in the foul.
At the line for Texas.
And what a strong move by Jackson.
2 shots.
And at an opportunistic time, with late in the first half, with only a 6-point lead, Jackson makes the basket, and he's headed to the free throw line to add to it. Looking to make it a 9-point lead. dribble, bends the knees, up with it, and it's in. Texas up 39-30. A little over a minute left in the first half. Orange Man is looking for some offense. And they've had a strong second quarter, and they're looking to finish it off strong. Pick and roll, big man in the paint, and a huge flush right over the defender. Everybody get out of the paint. Big man taking off. 39-32, Syracuse Orange. Strong second quarter, got back into this game after reeling backwards in the first quarter. Texas looking for offense. Big man driving towards the rim. A couple of spin moves in the paint and comes up short. And this could lead to Syracuse with the quick three, and he's off. Well, Texas is in a position for a 2-for-1. Let's see if they take advantage of that opportunity. O'Brien studying the offense. Finds the cutter. And he's blocked. And Syracuse has really been playing some defense in this second quarter. And they're trying to turn good defense into good offense. Final possession of the half. Swing it around. Shooter in the corner. Bang, bang, bang. And that's how we'll end the half. Texas up 39-35, but Syracuse strong in the second quarter. And they've been able to find it all over the court, from defense to offense. And Texas has stayed strong and maintained their lead. But they had a couple of moments in the second quarter where they weren't able to find their offense. So let's see what the third quarter has in store. As we get it started quickly, the Orange moving from left to right. 39-35, Texas is up, but the Orange find a way to answer quick. Jackson with the tough layup in the lane, and he cuts the lead down to 2. And just as they finished off the second quarter, they start the third quarter very strong. And so does Texas with the alley-oop to the big man. They left that lane open, and he finished it ferociously against the rim. 41-37, Orange on the move, to the rim, Lou up and off the glass. And that's a nice move by the big man as they trade baskets early in this third quarter, 41-39. Texas and their big man dropping down to the corner, out to the shooter. From the corner, Damian Reed, bang, bang, bang. And the Longhorns really needed that three as they're trying to create some space in between them and Syracuse. And the Oranges continue to come strong with that drive towards the rim, and Chisholm was able to beat his defender off the dribble and get a wide open look at the lane. Texas swinging it around in the corner, looking for some offense. And they got a lot of movement from their big man in the paint as he's popping out and popping in. O'Brien studying, 4 on the shot clock, move towards the rim, easy basket. And O'Brien's been able to find the basket more than a couple of times off of that dribble move. He starts off at the top of the key and makes a strong move towards the basket, and he loses the defender in the way. The Syracuse Orange studying their offense, running that pick and roll, and it's continuing to work as Derek Watson is starting to eat on the offensive end with that pick and roll. I think this is the third time they run that play, and I think they should continue to run that play as it's cutting into the lead. Texas is looking to maintain their lead, up by 3, down to the big man, and another huge block by the Syracuse Orange in that paint. Good defense, trying to force it into great offense as they study, coming off the screen, he puts it up and he rims out. in a great look at the basket, but he couldn't find it on that end. And Texas continues to put pressure on the Syracuse Orange, and that's O'Brien from downtown. And in that SGBA league, if you're going to leave them open, they're going to hit it every single time. 6-point lead. Orange looking for an answer. Trying to fight their way back in. 10 on the shot clock. They drop it down to the big man. He pops it out to the shooter in the corner. Shooter! Devontae Johnson from the corner to cut this lead down to 3. And the Syracuse Orange continuing to fight. Texas moving from right to left. And he launches that from, that was almost like Steph Curry range. So they trade threes. And the lead stays the same. The Orange lines it up again and he's off. And that leads to Texas in transition. They're pushing the ball up the floor, looking for a good look. Down to the big man in the paint. He makes his move, spin, dribble, and he's blocked again. And the Syracuse Orange has really been protecting this rim. And really been able to keep the big man from putting up really easy opportunities in that paint. 52-48. Texas is looking for it. Off the screen, puts up the shot, rims in. And they needed that one to drop. I thought that one was going to rim out for sure. And I'm pretty sure the shooter did too. And they get it right there with the big dunk from the big man cutting towards the rim. And he cuts this lead down to 4. Texas swinging it around, looking for some offense. Shot clock running down, 8 seconds. Finds O'Brien, cutting towards the rim. His jumper's off. Syracuse moving quickly from left to right. Looking for a good shot. And looking to cut into this lead. Alley-oop up, and it's in. And this big man is starting to really show his game in this third quarter. From blocking shots to catching alley-oops, he's starting to light up the stat sheet. Texas looking for that 3 ball. I don't think they're gonna get the look they're looking for. Shot clock running down, forced into a long 3 off the front of the iron. Great defensive stance by the Syracuse Orange. And it leads to a great offensive basket on the other end. Tied game. Syracuse Orange have fought their way all the way back to tie the game at 54. Texas is looking for an answer. 10 seconds left in the shot clock. Down to 7, 6, 5, 4. O'Brien up for a long 3. And it doesn't drop. And the Syracuse Orange on the move again. Off a great offensive possession. He pulls up from 3. Bang, bang, bang. The Orange are up 3 after mounting a great comeback. And Texas is looking to answer. Down to that big man where they can always count on it. And he gets it going for them for 2. Orange up by 1, 57-56. Time running down in the third quarter. Great open look from the corner, and you know in this league, when you leave them open, bang, bang, bang. And Johnson is getting the opportunity to really show off his range and his game in this one right here. He's had a couple of good looks, and he's taken all opportunities for it. and Texas gets the good basket on the other end, the wing jumper, and that was a basket that they really need. As they don't want this game to get away from them. Orange up by 2, 60 to 58. They fought their way all the way back from a first quarter deficit, drops it into the big man, a little confused on the block, pushes it back out, shot clock running down, 6, shooter in the corner. He doesn't have a good look. They continue to swing, forced into a bad shot off the back of the rim, and Texas is on the move. Big man forcing it towards the rim, swings it back out. O'Brien resets it, gets a look from the corner, and he's off. Seconds remaining in the third quarter. Orange is looking for a good opportunity, and they didn't get it there with the long unorthodox shot from the big man. I don't think he even set his feet on that jumper, but it gives Texas the opportunity to maybe get a quick 2 for 1 coming off the screen. Shooter with the ball in his hands, and he gets fouled going towards the rim.
Personal foul, first team foul. At the line for Texas. Number 3, at the line for 2.
Knocks the first one down and ties the game at 60 with the second one. 11 seconds left in this half. Syracuse looking for the last opportunity, tie game. It'll be great to go into the top of the quarter with a lead, but it ends in a tie as that couldn't get that one to fall. But the Syracuse Orange, with what a third quarter, they have clawed their way all the way back into this game, and we start the fourth quarter tied 60 to 60. Texas gets it started quickly, moving from right to left, and he makes them move towards the rim, and he's blocked, but he's fouled.
At the line for the Longhorns. Number 3.
And he'll be headed to the line for 2. Knocks the first one down. The second one wastes no time, knocking both of those free throw down, and Texas is back again in the lead, 62 to 60. But the Orange are looking to strike. A lot of movement on the offensive end, drops it down to the big man, and he makes his move, and he's up for 2. Ties the game at 62 as the Orange continue not to let this lead get away from them as they continue to push and claw. 62-62. Orange man with the ball. Keeps swinging it around, looking for a shooter. Can't find him. Now big man with the ball headed towards the rim, and he's up and he's in. And what a shot by Lou. I don't even think he looked at the rim. I know he was unbalanced, the defender was all over him, but he had enough strength to finish that play off the board. And Texas on the other end catching them sleep. How about that? A quick backdoor cut while the defense was still celebrating, and they tied the game back at 64. Texas is not going away in this game. In Syracuse, you must open your eyes. But Syracuse with the good basket, which leads to Texas on transition towards the rim. Jackson off glass, and that one's in.
Number 7.
And the Texas Longhorns up 66-64 as we get our first stoppage of the quarter. And let's see what the Orange can draw up as the coach pulls them all in the huddle. 66-64. Early fourth quarter, and this has been a wonderful game. A lot of offensive firepower and some great defensive plays. Texas in transition. Looking for a quick basket. Drops it down to the big man. Dribble. He makes a spin move, and he can't find it, but he puts it up and in. Oh my gosh. What a basket. Unbalanced. Leaning backwards. And he's answered on the other end by the dunk from the big man Lou. And he's been hanging on that rim the entire second half. I wonder if Texas is going to have an answer for it. Well, I think I just got an answer, because that was an answer. Did you see that dunk? 70-66. Texas with a 4-point lead and looking to hold on to it. But the Syracuse Orange won't go away as Chisholm makes the tough layup in the paint.
Team foul. Number 20. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Longhorns inbound the ball. 70-68. Rocking the 2-point lead. 10 on the shot clock. Looking for a good opportunity. O'Brien from 3, and he knocks it down. Bang, bang, bang. And if they ever needed a 3, that was the time. 73-68. Texas trying to hold on to this lead. Midway fourth quarter, and the Orange are fighting. Backdoor to the big man, up off the glass in his hand. And Texas has a fight on their hands as this is going down to the wire. They looking for a good shot with O'Brien on the ball in his hands. He's been the guy. Out to the shooter, wide open, and you know what happens when you leave them wide open in this league. Bang, bang, bang. Texas with the back-to-back threes, and Syracuse is reeling on the offensive end, and it's blocked. And that leads to the transition. Texas pushing the ball up the floor, and you all know, wide open shooter, bang, bang, bang. And that 9-point swing right there puts the Texas Longhorns up 79-70, but they're answered by the quick jumper from the Orange man, and they cut into that lead, 79-72. Longhorns is up. Big man with the ball, in this move, in the basket. And he's been big in this fourth quarter, helping Texas maintain this lead. 81-72. Texas has really opened it up right now. Let's see if Syracuse has an answer. Down to that big man, Lou, in the paint. He pushes it out to the shooter. Shooter was wide open. And you know what happens when they're wide open? Bang, bang, bang. And they needed that answer from Johnson, as Texas has found their 3-stroke in this fourth quarter. Towards the rim, easy layup. What a nice pass into the lane. It like it's whistled past everybody and nobody was paying attention. Syracuse runs the same play on offense, but the big man misses the jumper. Off the glass, Texas moving quickly from right to left, looking for a shooter. Shooters wide open shooters. They knock it down in this league. Texas adds to the lead, 86-75. And let's see if Syracuse can talk about what just went on. What a swing. Texas has been able to find that 3 ball in this last transition, and I think they hit 3 in a row. But way to answer by the Syracuse Orange. They stayed in it and they were able to get one from Johnson wide open, and they're starting off quick. Off the inbound, down to the big man. He swings it out to the shooter in the corner. Back up top, back around, back to the big man. 6 on the shot clock, down to 4. They're still swinging. They're looking for a shot. Forces one up, off the iron, but he's fouled. Wow, sent to the line for 2. And he's a quick one right there. He knocks the first one down. Bends his knees, no dribbles. Knocks the second one down. 86-77. Texas is in control. A little bit over 2 minutes left in this one. And with O'Brien with the ball in his hands, he's headed towards the rim and nobody can stop him. That floater was almost like a remnant of Manu Ginobili. It was like it floated in the air for 5 minutes and nobody could touch it. Syracuse Orange on the bounce, back around. Big man pushes it out to the shooter. Shooter knocks it down. Bang, bang, bang. They cut the lead down to 8. Just inside 2 minutes, O'Brien towards the rim. And is he catching on fire late in this fourth quarter? Syracuse Orange need a basket, down by 10. Minute and a half left, and we'll stop the game once again as the big mans collide. And it'll be our first offensive foul of the game. And that ball goes right back to Texas on the inbound. Down to the big man. Up 10, back door. What a pass, what a flush. Max Jackson with the beautiful play for the Texas offense on the give and go. And Syracuse is looking for an answer, and they get it from their big man. And Lou has really showed his offense in this fourth quarter. I don't know if it's going to be enough, but what a showing in this fourth quarter. Maybe he should have started that in the second quarter and it would have went throughout the entire second half. But Syracuse still staying in the game, down by 10, just over a minute left. And O'Brien right past the defender, right to the front of the lane for the dunk. And O'Brien with an explosive quarter. And I think he has put the dagger in the orange for the night. Lou continues to answer the call, but I think it's too late. And the Syracuse Orange are gonna fall victim to the Texas Longhorns. And just too much of O'Brien and the big man just continuing to do whatever they want to with the basketball. And that has led to Texas controlling this game all the way from the tip. They had one moment late in the third, early fourth, where Syracuse looked like they were going to take control of this game, but Texas were able to maintain and fight them off.
2 shots.
Longhorns to the line, 4-2, to add to this lead.
2 shots.
He squares it up, dribble, bends the knees. Up and in. And the second one, and also. 96-84, Syracuse continuing to fight. Swing the ball out, Johnson for 3. He hits, cuts the lead down to 9. But with 13 seconds left, I don't think it's enough. A little bit too little, a little bit too late. And what a great display of offense by the Texas Longhorns, they were able to get whatever they wanted in that fourth quarter. O'Brien is the money man. He's always is for the Longhorns as he takes the team on his shoulders and he gets help from the big man in the paint. And I'd like to thank everybody for joining us tonight. SGBA always puts on the show, and you got another one tonight. Texas Longhorns 96, Syracuse Orange 87. And I'm the president, signing off. Have a good night.